I just want to repeat what I did in class to give you a sense of how to set up your project. So the first thing I've done is I've entered some of the headings that you're supposed to put in and the spots you're supposed to put them in, just to save us a little time here. And now I'm going to make up a car price. Let's suppose $10,000, and let's suppose that I've got an 8% auto loan. So I type that in. One thing you're asked to do is to type the payment. The payment you can get using the PMT command. And so I could say, give me the payment, and I want to use the payment in cell C3, but I've got to turn that into a monthly rate. And I want to do for 5 years. So I'm either going to type 5 times 12 or 60 because that's the number of months. And I'm going to do the price of my car. The price of my car is in cell C2, so I'll put that in, and it will calculate my payment. And if I want that to be a positive number, I can just go here and change that C2 to be negative, and now I've got a positive number. To make it go to 60 months, here's a cool thing you can do. So type months 1 and 2. Highlight both and then move your hands away from the mouse. See, I've got them highlighted and you can see my hands aren't on the mouse. Then come back over and grab just the corner, not the middle of the cell, but just the corner. And if you drag it downwards, you see that it'll keep incrementing by 1. And if I go a little bit too far, that's easy to fix. I can just backspace. So the balance, for the initial balance, I'm just going to take the number that's in cell C2, so I can just type equals C2. And then to get the payment to interest, we're doing 8% of the balance the previous month each time. So the payment to interest is 0.08 divided by 12, because we want a monthly rate, times the amount that's of how much we still owe, and what we owe is in cell E8. So the first payment is $67, and if you want, you can take that out to pennies by in both Excel and Google Sheets. You can extend using this. The payment to principal, you'd subtract the interest that the bank is going to keep from the payment. And so because when I'm going to do a little trick so I don't have to retype everything, I always want this to look exactly at cell C4. I'm going to type $C $4. That says always look at cell C4. But when I do my trick, I'm going to want it to always look just to the left. So for what to subtract, I'm going to tell it just to subtract what's in C9. And we see that it's going to go down by $136. And so my new balance would be my balance the month before, which is in cell E8, minus what I just got in cell D9. So my balance has gone down. And again, if I want, I can have it give me 2 decimal places in any one of these. Alright, so now I'm highlighting all 3 cells at once. I'm letting go again. And the reason I'm doing this is I don't want to retype, and I trust that Excel or Google Sheets is pretty smart. I grab the corner and I drag this all the way down to 60. One thing that you'll really like to see here is we ended up with a balance of 0 after the 60 months. And you can see how much interest and how much principal was paid each month. The project goes on from there, and it wants you to have a second tab. So if you come down here to the tabs, and it's similar in Excel, you can push plus, and it'll give you another tab. And you can name it something useful like pay and extra $50. And then the easiest thing to do, you could just redo what I just did, but you could also just select those columns and hit Control Copy or Command Copy if you're using a Mac. Come over here and hit Control V or Command V, and then you've already got this here, and you can make whatever adjustments you need to based on the project over here. Alright, so this is automatically saving. With Excel you might have to save. I will add one thing: if you are going to use Google Sheets, because some of you said you would, if you want to share this, when you click share, make sure that you change it to be anyone with the link. If you email it to me at my jmorford address, I won't get it. I won't be able to open it. So change it to everyone with the link, and then copy the link if you want me to be able to see your sheet. Alright, so that should help get you started. And of course, I'll be available for questions, and do well on the second project.